What's up guys, and welcome to the very first episode in my How to Practice series. And these next 2 weeks I'm going to be showing you how I aim to hit more fairways. So fairway regulation is the first stat that we are going to go through, and I'm going to try and improve. So hitting fairways is obviously really important. We do want to get some distance off the tee, but the more we can hit the fairway, the easier the shots are going to be. Obviously, hitting our approach shots from the fairway is a lot easier than hitting it from the rough, from a bunker. So if we have a look at my stats from the Hole 19 app, I am hitting 45% of fairways in my rounds of golf at the moment, which isn't too bad, but I do want to bump that up. The tour average is 60.83, so around 60%. So I'm not too far away, but you know, that's one or two more fairways around, which is really going to help my game. The stat that I don't really like at the moment, as you can see, I am missing 26% to the left and like 24.4 to the right, 25. So at the moment, I don't really have one miss. It seems to be going left or right, which doesn't help. I'd really like to narrow that down a little bit and try and get my misses to just one side. It's never going to be perfect, but if we can keep it more one side than the other, it's really going to help my game. So over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to try and show you how I'm going to practice and hone my skills to hit more fairways. So the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be hitting a lot of drivers, a lot of 3-woods, a lot of hybrids, trying to narrow down, trying to focus on hitting those fairways. So we're going to jump out onto the golf course now, and I'm going to go over my first tip on how to hit more fairways.
Hi guys, we've made it down here to the golf course, and the first drill I've got for you is called Tee Shot Matrix. So down at Flatquell Heath, I've jumped onto the 15th tee. You can do this drill on the course, but it works best on the range, but I thought I'd just come out to the course and show you it. The idea behind this drill is it's really good for getting a baseline stat to start with. It's a points-based game sort of thing. See how many points you score, keep a tally, you know, practice for a week or two, come back, try this drill again. It's really good to practice this drill and really good to keep in score to see if you're improving. So what you're going to need is you're going to need 14 golf balls, and you're going to need 3 clubs. You're going to need your driver, you're going to need your 3-wood, and then you're going to need a long iron or a hybrid, something that you would use if you're going to play safe off the tee to get the ball into the fairway. You're going to play 8 shots with the driver, you're going to play 4 with the 3-wood or 4-wood, and you're going to play 2 with your safety shot, so your long iron or your hybrid. On the range or the course, what you're going to do is you're going to designate the fairway. So here we've got the fairway lined for us, easy peasy. Out on the range, you're going to have to pick a couple of targets to make yourself, what you're going to do is you're going to make yourself a wide fairway, so maybe 35 yards to start with, and that is your big fairway. What we're going to do after that is we're going to narrow down a smaller fairway in the middle, about 20 yards wide. You can change this up depending on how good you are or how bad you are. You can make it wider or narrower, depending on your skill set, but we're going to use the fairway that is here, which is about 30 yard wide, and we're going to pick a 20 yard in the middle. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit 8 shots with your driver, and the drive-in scoring works like this. So if you hit the middle of the middle, so if you hit your narrow 20 yard fairway, what you're going to score is you're going to get yourself 1 point. If you hit your big fairway but miss the middle fairway, you're going to give yourself half a point with the driver. And if you miss the fairways completely, so big miss to the left or to the right, you're going to give yourself minus half a point, so you're going to take half a point off. Then moving to 3-wood or your 4-wood, depending on what you've got, you are going to give yourself half a point if you hit your small fairway, nothing, so 0 points if you hit your big fairway, and then you're going to take a point off, so minus 1 point if you miss left or right of the big fairway, so into the rough. And then with your safety club, so your long iron or your hybrid, what you're going to do is you're going to give yourself 0 points if you hit that small fairway. You should be hitting that small fairway with that club, so no points there. You're going to minus half a point off if you hit your big fairway but miss your small fairway, and you're going to give yourself minus 1.5 points if you miss the fairways completely, so big fairway or small fairway, so into the rough or left or right, you're going to give yourself 1.5 minus points. The idea is to score as many points as you can, and then from there you can take your score, you can try and improve on it, you can come back to it, you can play it once a week, maybe at the range or whatever you can, and see if you can improve it. So I'm just going to give you a really quick demonstration. I'm going to hit 1 shot with each club and see how we do. So here we go. I've got the small fairway sort of lined up for me, got my big fairway, and I'm trying to hit it as straight as I can down the middle. Wind's off the right a little bit, I play with a little draw. So we're going to send it up towards that telegraph sort of phone line pole thing and see if we can keep it in the middle of the fairway. So pre-shot routine, even if you're on the range, So there we go. A little bit left. That fairway does roll around, so I'm going to say that that's in the middle of the fairway. I'm going to be generous to myself. So I've got 1 point so far with that drive, which was good. So 3 wood. So here we go. 3 wood this time. Pretty much the same shot with this. I'm going to go at that phone cable, telephone pole thing in the background. Little draw. That should be good. Yeah. So we can give ourselves a point for that. I think that's in the middle of our fairway. Obviously this game is pretty tricky, so you can be generous to yourself to start with. Obviously the better you get, you can make your fairways a little bit smaller, but those two were fairly middle-ish. So I'm going to give myself the 1 point and then the half point for hitting the middle of that fairway. Now I need to hit the middle of this fairway with my 4-iron I've got here to make sure I don't lose a point, because it's just 0 for hitting the centre of the fairway, because I should be with my safe club. Same shot again at the pole. I've pushed that slightly. It's coming back a little bit. It's rolling around to the left, so yeah. I mean, that's pretty much middle of the fairway. So no points there, but I've got my 1.5 points for hitting the middle of the fairways with the other 2. So you're going to play 8 shots with the driver, 4 shots with your 3-wood, and 2 shots with your long iron hybrid, and see what you score. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Hope you liked that little drill. Really good. Let me know what you score if you play this game or a variation of this game yourself in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe so you are notified whenever I release one of my ultimate practice guide videos out, which I will be rolling out over the next couple of months. And I will catch you next time. Peace.